I'm in Enfield at Muscleworks Gym London. I'm here with one of my clients who I'm going to train. He's going to train with me. We're going to train together today. So I'm going to take you along with us and show you what we do. Today we're going to start with incline dumbbell press. What I generally do is warm up, right, which everyone should do. But what I do is I don't shortchange myself in my warm ups. I start with a light weight, make sure I'm fully warm before we start the workout. Indication of being warm for me is when I feel pumped up. So the workout starts after the pump. So what we're going to do is warm up, and I'll take you through and show you how we do what we do. This set here is just to kind of get some blood circulating around the areas I'm going to work. The weight's very light, so it allows you to use a bit of weight and feel what you're doing and feel the line you're going to work in. So that's the first set. Warming up is very important because you don't want to train a cold muscle. You can sprain, you can tear, you can injure yourself basically. So it's important to warm up, pump as much blood into the area you're about to work, and get your range and stuff like that. It's very important. You need to warm up. Everyone does. We'll do a few sets here, warming up, before we start tackling some of the heavier weight. So this is another warm up. Yeah, I generally do reps within a rep range, a minimum of 6, maximum of 15 upper body. I tend to always shoot for 15 reps on my warm-ups and my working sets, and if I peak anywhere in between 6 and 15, it's fine. That's as hard as I work on the day with that given weight. But the reps are always high, always heading for 15 reps. But we're still warming up here, so I'm going to grab a little bit heavier than I did last time, but light enough to still warm myself up. I'm going to do maybe one more warm up. The weight's going to be one more warm up, I meant to say then. The weight's going to be a little bit heavier than it was before. That'll be our last warm up set. And then we'll have a little rest and then we'll start the workout properly. Right, another thing I'd just like to point out about how we move the weights as well. There's many different ways of actually doing the exercise. Some people tend to move the weights a lot slower than I do. So what they'll do, they'll extend their arms, they'll control the negative, which is important, and then they'll squeeze the weight up. And they'll do each rep as an individual rep, and it's slow and it's controlled. Nothing wrong with that, that works. But what I do in my workouts, because I try to combine strength training, weightlifting with bodybuilding, and it's a combination of heavy weights, explosive movements, and high repetitions. We try to keep the repetitions high as we increase the weight. Now moving the weight is more in a controlled, explosive type of movement where you tense the muscles before you start. You hold it in that contracted feeling, lower the weight and keep it moving as a continuous tension type of movement, which I'll demonstrate with this set and show you how we do this. try to keep each rep the same. So every rep is one, a continuous type of movement. You got that, Andy? Okay, this is the first real set after the warm-ups. So we'll see where we go working within my rep range between 6 and 15, and always trying to shoot for the top end of the rep range. So we'll see what we do, play by ear. All right, let's go. Okay, Cecil. 1 more. Okay, my way. Woo. Cheers. Each set, as you can see from the first set, we work it to failure. We don't hold back because we know we've got another set to come. Each set is worked on its own merit, and that's the first set out of the way. Hard going, just about got 15 reps, but that's how we work. Now we progress to the next set, and we'll try and lift a little bit more weight. So we'll go up to 55. So. I'm still out of breath, so I'm going to rest until I'm fully recovered, and then we'll tackle the next set. Okay. Jesus. One more. Okay, now. Sorry, mate. Right, that's the second set. As you see, I peaked at around about 8, got a spot, finished at 10. That's what I've got today. So I'm working within my rep range, get past the minimum of 6, but wherever I end up after that is where I end up. That's the second set. Andy, every individual, you know, does things maybe different for how they prepare themselves for a lift. When you work through a few sets, you know, 2 or 3 sets, you get to your third set, you're tired, you know, you've pushed yourself, you've worked hard in the previous sets, you're gonna feel tired. So you have to mentally, you know, prepare yourself. Fear's gonna creep in, doubt's gonna creep in. Can I lift this weight? I'm tired. You feel that way. So then you have to kind of counter those thoughts with something more positive, you know, so you kind of get aggressive, control aggressive, mentally you focus on what you're trying to do, and then you try and get yourself in a zone. When people say, I'm in the zone, find your own zone. It's about focusing. You find a mental space for yourself and you focus in that space and you do what you're doing within that space. Everything else around you doesn't distract you. So let's put it into action and see how it goes. Let's go, man. There's this one. Oh, okay. Walk with me.
So you keep moving.
One more. Okay, let me come.
Slow.
Okay. Woo! That was hard. You know, usually I could do it by myself. It's a good thing I've got my training partner there today to help me through the set. But that's the last set. Work to failure, up to 8 reps. Now we'll move on to the next exercise. Andy, you go for it, yeah? Right. That's incline dumbbell press. As you can see from what we did, we worked a little bit faster today than I'd usually work. But what we did in principle was warm-up sets. We did about 3 or 4 warm-up sets, pyramiding the weight up as we went along, keeping the reps high. Then we've done 3 working sets, which are the real sets. We just worked to failure. First set we got 15, second set about 10, last set about 8 reps, and that's what we had today. So we worked with what we had, got the best out of the movement. That's the first exercise, incline dumbbell press. Now what I generally move on to is a shaping exercise for that area, and we'll do incline flies.
Hi guys, it's Claire, Team Sunny. I'm here with my friend Ola. What I'm going to do is take you through some posing that I like to practice before I get on stage, like my T-walk and my quarter turn.